Hey y'all, my name is Brooke and welcome back to the Sim Twins. I'm so excited for you to be here today. We are doing another speed build. This speed build is really fun. It is a tiny home, but it is actually a tiny tower. So as you can see here, I am building out these 3 levels, and then there's a 4th level where the top is going to be, and this design was kind of inspired by the movie Tangled, which is one of my favorite Disney films, and I love the tower and all of the aesthetics in that movie. And so this tower feels really overgrown, and it's really kind of part of its element. Right now it's in Newcrest, as you can tell, but it didn't really fit into the neighborhood, so I actually took it and moved it to Glimmerbrook because I thought that it fit into that world so much better. And in the screenshots you'll see that, so it really blends into an environment. But at first I wanted to make the base a little bit wider than the rest of the tower, and I added in this little roofing area to cover up that part. But in the end, I had to go through and change that, and you can see that later when I'm putting in the stairs. There actually wasn't enough room for the stairs if the second and third levels were that thin. But anyway, I used a lot of stuff in this pack that was off the grid. I used a lot of Realm of Magic stuff, and I just wanted this to feel like it was in the middle of the woods. It was kind of like a fairy tale-esque vibe to it. And so a lot of these things that we do see in this are going to be a lot older in design, or just like more muted colors and a lot darker. And as you can see here now, I'm trying to put in those stairs, and you can tell that I had no room for that. So I had to take and expand both the second floor and the third floor so I could get the stairs in. I realized early on that the stairwell in this is going to be like just really awkward, because I wanted it to be like a spiral staircase like you would see in maybe a lighthouse or something like that. But unfortunately, it just wouldn't work because I couldn't place it near the walls. So what I had to do was I had to end up going with just an L-shaped staircase, which I guess is okay, but it definitely was not my preference. And I think that if I had changed it, I would have stayed with this kind of stairing where it was stacked like that. But I ended up going with the L shape, and there's no going back once I put in those stairs, because that kind of really decided what my overall vision at the top was going to look like, what that overall plan was going to be for the top floor, which is what you're seeing right now. I'm expanding that out, making it a bigger footprint, and I even have to expand it out even a little bit more afterwards because I couldn't fit the bed in, and I wanted this to be a 2-person bed, because this is actually part of the Simmer group chat collab for this month, and it was to build a prince or a princess and build their partner, and then also build what they are living in. So this is my part of the collaboration. My contribution is this really cute castle, and the 2 princesses that were created for this they were super cute, and so I really hope that the other people in my collab really enjoy this little speed build, enjoy the little tower that I created. I thought it was such a cute idea. Like I said, I love the movie Tangled. And later on, after I go and do the outside, you can really see that I create a bunch of greenery. I do a lot of that kind of stuff. And it looks so nice. But anyway, so I've been hearing a lot of rumors about what is going to be happening with the new pack, Eco Lifestyle. And I can't help but read them because I know, I'm like, everybody's like, no spoilers, but for this, honestly, I'm like, I don't care about the spoilers. I really want to know. But so one of the things that I tried to do with this pack was I tried to find everything that was functional off the grid, because I was thinking, like, if this is a fairy tale castle, obviously you're not going to, fairy tale tower, honestly, you're not going to have electricity. So I was like, I got to make sure that everything is functional off the grid, just in case if someone downloads this and they want to play with that style, then everything will work. But one of the things that I figured out was that candles, like things that look like candles in the game, are not always considered functional off the grid, which is like one of the most confusing things ever, is that you see something that looks like a candle, but it isn't functional off the grid. So I think that's something that I really hope that the Sims team will go through and look at everything in their inventory and say, hey, this looks like a candle. This should be functional off the grid because it's a candle. And just like making sure that everything throughout the game with that functional off the grid kind of aspect of it is much more streamlined, and it actually works the way that I think they tried to intend it to, and also the way that I think a lot of people want it to. But anyway, so the thing about the Tangled Castle tower is that Rapunzel is an artist. She spends a lot of time painting the walls, doing a lot of things like that. So that's why I added in that little one that looks like there's a bunch of lights on the wall, which I thought was actually a great homage to the movie. Because in the movie, there's all those lights, and she's looking out her window and seeing all those lights, and she paints a mural on her wall where those lights are. And so actually I thought that was like a really pretty pattern to put on the wall. It was very understated. I didn't use one of the bright pattern swatches. I used one of the darker ones. And then I also tried to add in a sunset one on this other wall, as you could see earlier, but I actually end up changing that just to be like regular again. So because it just felt out of place. And so the bathroom was very basic. I used the Discover University shower because it just doesn't take up a lot of room. And I actually finally downloaded the Red Shelf because I got a new computer over the weekend. Very exciting. So I finally have a lot more room and a lot more processing power so that I can add in a lot more CC into my game. And so I'm just really, I don't know how many builds I'm going to do that include a bunch of CC in it. But I did download a bunch of like really amazing CC, such as the bathroom pack and the kitchen pack, because those packs are just amazing, and they have so many good things like sliding glass doors and other things like that that I really want to use for like more modern builds. But I don't think that I'll be using that much CC, and if I do, I'll probably limit the amount of CC that I do, just in case you all want to download it off of the gallery, or you are on console and you can't download CC. I think that that's just like really helpful. For people to like build both non-CC and CC builds, because some people have a great love using CC and all of that stuff, but some people don't. Some people like to stick with all of the stuff that's within the game. And so I'll make sure that if I start doing more CC stuff, that I put in those links to those CC, as well as keeping to just using builds that have no CC. But I mean, the Red Shelf one is just perfect for builders though, because it helps you place things on the walls, or you can place things much easier, and I think that is going to be great. I'm really excited for that. But anyway, like I said, I kept this very traditional. I put in this fireplace. I don't often put fireplaces in my build because I just do not like when my Sims burn themselves to death. I know a lot of people enjoy that. It's kind of fun to watch your Sims die, but I am like, no, I don't want my Sims to die. I want them to live. But so anyway, so I put in that because I thought, if there's not going to be any heat in this place, you're going to have some kind of heat source during the winter. And so I decided that we're going to have a fireplace. And the kitchen is like really small, but I think I fit in it pretty well. I put it on the banister area, and it kind of makes an L around the banister, and I ended up actually changing that from fence. That's the word I was thinking about. Fence. I ended up changing the fence to a half wall, and you'll see that later. But I added in a little round table over on this side so that you can eat together and you don't have to sit on the couch to eat, because I want to make sure that my Sims can sit down and eat properly at a table. But anyway, when I went to go put in the double bed, I realized that the space was too small. So I had to go in and actually expand out the back portion just a little bit and fit in that bed. And I did make sure that the bed is player tested, so it's fully functional. It's completely fine once you download it. But just make sure that when you download it, before you download anything, you turn on bb.moveobjects on, just so you can make sure that everything in the build is where it's supposed to be, depending on where I placed it in my build. And that will help to make sure that everything is functional. But I decided to go with this really cute red bed, and I think it's from, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually from Discover University. And I thought it was really pretty in this red swatch. And what I end up doing, which I haven't ever actually done before, is because I had to smush the headboard into the wall, I decided to kind of make like a featured headboard kind of thing with these drapes. And I thought they turned out really well. I really like them. They're in nice soft pinks, and I think that matched the bedspread just perfectly. And I really liked adding in that little detail because I wasn't able to use the headboard, because I needed to put it in the wall so that your Sims can walk around it. Your Sims can make use of that whole space. But I mean, I thought that functionality was really cute. I thought it just added a pop of color to the wall as well, because as you can see, these walls are very muted in color tone, but I'll go through and I try and add things. I try and add in photos and all of these different things to make it feel really vibrant and open. And yeah, as you can see, I really love that feature wall that I did with those bokeh light effects. I really love that wallpaper. I know that a lot of times people will use it for like kids' bedrooms and stuff, but I think it just really worked in this space really well and was a really great homage to Tangled. And I just thought it was super cute, and it added just a little bit of color to this build that it didn't have. And so since it wasn't a big space, I wanted to go through and make sure that I added in a bunch of really cute decorations to make this place feel really homey and everything like that. And I do make sure that there is a wardrobe. So this place not only has a sink in the bathroom, it also has a sink in the kitchen. There is no trash can because I forgot the trash can, and I realized that when I was editing this video that I forgot the trash can. So apologies, y'all. I will make sure before I upload it to the gallery that I add in the trash can. But I wanted to add in more candles and other things like that, to add in light sources. And so I used this really cute little stool that came with Jungle Adventure, and I put on those candles there, and I thought that was really cute. And the kitchen is fully functional even though it's really small, because I added in that little small piece right there. The kitchen is totally usable. Your Sims have enough room to cook everything. And I liked that when you use the Realm of Magic fridge and the stove, they were both functional off the grid, which I thought was great. And then I added in a smoke detector, because I don't know, like, if you play off the grid, if the smoke detectors work or not. But if you're not playing off the grid, it's important that it does work. And one thing that I've been hearing from a lot of people with the Eco Lifestyle Pack coming up is that if you put wind turbines or if you put solar panels on your lot, will you be able to have like functional off the grid items work with the energy that you're providing from the solar panels, and have like reduced energy bills, or even no energy bills at all, because you pay upfront for the solar panels or the wind turbines and then you get to use them. I just really think that's going to be a really cool thing if it actually works out, and I really hope that they add that into the game. But anyway, here I am out in the back, out in the front yard actually, because I set this a little bit to the back of this lot, and then I just covered up the front because I wanted it to feel like this was secluded. And so I used a bunch of items from the debug catalog. There's just so many good debug catalog items that are just so pretty, and there's just so much more variety. So I went through there and I picked out a bunch of different things. I also added in a bunch of foliage on the tower itself, because like those first 3 floors don't really have anything in them except for the stairwell. I mean, I thought it was totally fine if like anything was clipping through. It doesn't really matter. That's not the important part. I just wanted to give it that feel of this place is really overgrown. And I added in a little trellis. I thought that was super cute to kind of signal, hey, you're here, this place is here. And then I also added in this really cute little pond area. I thought the pond was super cute, and I added in a fishing sign. So I don't know if the fishing sign is functional or not, but if it is, that means your Sims can go fishing in that pond. So, if they are sustainable on the lot, they can totally like fish in that little area, and like that can be their protein source whenever they're making their meals. But as you can see, here I am using a lot of plants from Jungle Adventure. I used a lot of plants from Realm of Magic, and there's just a bunch of foliage that I like to add to it to make it feel really overgrown. And there is also a lot of foliage I think that I used maybe from Discover University, had a lot of great foliage that you can stick on the sides of buildings and stuff to make them feel overgrown. And this Realm of Magic, I didn't realize, but they have this like really weird flat tree thing. And I put that back there because I thought maybe that would be cool, but then I was like, no, that just looks really weird that it's flat and not 3-dimensional. So I just end up adding in a regular Realm of Magic tree, and there's just so much foliage on this place, and I just think it looks really great. And I tried to add it to all sides of all sides of this little tower. I keep calling it a castle, but I guess it is a castle for people if they want it to be a castle, but it's more of a tower than anything else. And it looks really cute overgrown. And then I made sure to go in and add some little bit of terrain paint just to make everything feel like really lived in and really grown up. But we are close to the end of the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you download this build. Our Sims gallery ID is the SimTwins14. I would love for you to download it, but I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!
In the morning, I see the sunny sky. As I wake, I look my darling in the eye. I tell her, wait, before I tell you this. My heart loves you, but something's gotta give. I just keep on saying yes, 'cause you want me to be with you and what it seems like we should be. But I just can't let it rest, 'cause you're complaining when you speak. I can no longer keep giving what I need. I ask my mama what she thinks of you. She tells me if I